Hi everyone, today we are going to talk about cloning.
Cloning is an important technique used in synthetic biology. Essentially, it involves putting DNA pieces together, then transforming it into cells. There are many different types of cloning strategies, and each have its own advantages and disadvantages. In this video, we'll focus on restriction enzyme cloning. Why do we need cloning? When designing genetic circuits, we usually obtain the gene of interest through DNA synthesis or catalog plasmids from companies. A plasmid is a small circular DNA. In cloning, we put these desired DNA pieces together into a designated plasmid. We then perform heat shock. The bacteria can take the plasmid up and we can test the circuit in bacteria. What do we need to do in cloning? One of the most important components of cloning is restriction enzymes. A restriction enzyme recognizes specific DNA sequences and cuts the DNA, just like using a pair of scissors to cut a rope at a specific location. In cloning, as we want to produce DNA fragments, we need two restriction enzyme sites on the plasmid, just like how you need to cut a circle at 2 points to create two fragments. Just as a reminder, DNA exists as two strands and is encoded in 4-letter codes A, T, C, and G. The sequence of these 4 letters give rise to a DNA sequence. The two strands of DNA are complementary to each other, where A will always pair with a T and C will always be paired with G. As the restriction enzyme cuts, it produces an overhang, which makes the end of the fragment sticky. After purifying and obtaining the fragments we want to join together, we put the fragments into the same solution. Look at the sticky ends of the two fragments. Can you see that they are complementary to each other? We can stick the fragments together using an enzyme called ligase. A ligase acts as a permanent glue that sticks the ends of the fragments together. This way, the desired gene of interest is being inserted into the plasmid and it can be put into bacteria. Cloning is an important technique used in synthetic biology. Without cloning, we will not be able to design genetic circuits and test them as easily as we can do now.